You're at your desk when your phone buzzes. All hands in 15 minutes. Your manager goes silent. Your stomach already knows what's coming. Here's the cheat code: your company won't warn you early. But the paperwork, budgets, and weird internal pauses may start talking first. Nina learned this at a 700-person software company. Product launches slowed. Backfills disappeared. Leaders kept saying discipline like it was a strategy. Most people called it normal turbulence. Nina built a layoff radar, not panic, not gossip. A system for buying herself time. Challenger reported U.S. employers announced 1,206,037 tri-tenderth job cuts in 2025, up 58% from 2024's 761,358 cuts. That is not background noise. That number matters because layoffs feel sudden only if your first signal is the meeting invite. By then, your leverage has already shrunk. Nina's radar had 3 layers: public notices, internal signals, and personal runway. If 2 layers flashed red, she moved. No drama required. She blocked 20 minutes every Friday morning. Coffee, laptop, notes. Same ritual. Search, scan, update documents, send one networking message. The Department of Labor says warn advance notice gives workers transition time to adjust, seek other jobs, or enter training. That time is the asset. Federal warn generally covers employers with 100 or more workers and requires 60 days notice for covered plant closings and mass layoffs. It often applies when 50 or more employees are affected at a single site. Remote teams and exceptions can complicate this, so treat warn as signal. Nima didn't search layoffs. She searched her state name plus warn. Dislocated worker, enter company's legal name. Exact names matter. Then she checked states where her company had big offices: California, Texas, New York. Not where she lived. Where payroll clusters sat. Challenger also said 2025 was the highest annual job cut total since 2020 and the 7th highest since its tracking began in 1989. Translation: the market was not forgiving. If your company started acting strange, you didn't need certainty. You needed preparation before everyone. First, internal signal: frozen hiring. Not the public kind, the quiet kind. Roles stay posted, but interviews stop. Recruiters say, headcount timing. Nina noticed 2 approved roles vanished from the referral portal. Her director said, we're reassessing priorities. That phrase went on the radar. Second signal: backfills die. Someone leaves, and instead of replacing them, leadership spreads their work across 3 people. That is math, not teamwork. Third signal: vendors get cut fast. Contractors, software licenses, travel, training budgets. When finance grabs the small dollars, bigger cuts may follow. Fourth signal: executives speak in fog. Efficiency, focus, operating leverage, right-sizing the portfolio. If the words sound bloodless, listen harder now. Technology led private sector cuts in 2025 with 145 announced job cuts, according to Challenger. If you work in tech, ignore comfort theater. Challenger reported planned hiring in 2025 fell 34% to 557,647, the lowest year-to-date hiring total since 2010. Fewer lifeboats. Nina made a 2-track plan. Track 1, survive internally if cuts missed her. Track 2, leave fast if they didn't. Internal survival is not begging. It is becoming attached to revenue, retention, risk reduction, or the CEO's loudest priority this quarter. She wrote one sentence for her manager: which outcomes are safest from budget cuts, and where should I concentrate my time before priorities shift again? Notice the move. She didn't ask, am I safe? Managers dodge that. She asked where the money wanted her labor. Polananin. If your manager cannot name protected outcomes, that is information, not proof. Information. Put it on the radar. Then she built the external track. Not a public open-to-work flare, a quiet pipeline with 5 warm contacts burst. She messaged former teammates, I'm mapping the market in case my team changes. Who is hiring strong product marketing talent right now? That line works because it is calm, no desperation, no oversharing. It gives people an easy job, point you toward motion. Next, she made a layoff folder, offer letter, equity grants, bonus plan, reviews, pay stubs, benefits documents, immigration paperwork if relevant. Save it somewhere personal and secure while following company policy. Do not wait until your laptop access disappears at 9:07. Haas. This is the part people skip because it feels disloyal. Preparation is not betrayal. It is adulthood with a password manager. She also wrote a severance checklist before she needed it. Pay continuation, health coverage, equity vesting, bonus eligibility, reference language, non-disparagement. If severance appears, consider reviewing deadlines carefully and consult an employment attorney when money, equity, immigration, or restrictive covenanters are meaningful. On the call, the sentence is simple. I'll review this carefully and come back with questions before the deadline. Then stop talking. Do not negotiate emotionally while your badge still works. Ask for the documents. Breathe and read every line when your nervous system settles. Nina's fifth signal was meeting behavior. Directors canceled roadmap reviews, then booked private planning sessions with finance and HR. Different room, different steps. Her sixth signal was access tightening. Shared dashboards disappeared. Budget owners stopped answering. Approval chains grew longer for tiny purchases. That is not random. Seventh signal, performance narrative shift. Suddenly, average work becomes not strategic. Teams need bar raisers. Translation, leadership is building paper trails. If that starts, document your wins weekly. Revenue touched, customers saved, costs reduced. Risks removed, keep receipts in plain language. Use this format, problem, action, result, proof. Churn risk in enterprise accounts, built renewal deck, saved 3 accounts, VP confirmed. You are not writing a novel. You are building ammunition for your review, severance push, recruiter calls, or internal transfer. Nina also mapped decision makers. Who controls headcount? Who protects the product line? Who knows her work without needing a status report? Then she scheduled 2 15-minute calls internally. Not, are layoffs coming? Instead, what work is getting funded due next quarter? People reveal budgets faster than they reveal secrets. Listen for funded, delayed, paused, deprioritized, consolidated. Those words show where oxygen is moving. The mistake is demanding certainty. You will not get it. The cheat code is stacking weak signals until the picture becomes useful. One warn notice alone may not hit your team. One frozen roll may mean nothing. 4 signals together? That's smoke. Move. Nina's radar turned amber when her company paused backfills, cut contractors, and a state warn page showed a related subsidiary near headquarters. She did not announce doom. She refreshed her resume, sent 5 messages, and asked her manager for work tied to renewals. 2 weeks later, the company called a sudden all hands. Same script you know. Difficult decision. Stronger future. Grateful for contributions. BLS data show unemployed management, professional, and related workers in 2025 averaged 22.6 weeks unemployed, with a 10.1-week median duration. That means some people landed quickly and others waited months. A runway may help you avoid accepting the first bad offer. Consider building a runway target in months, not vibes. Cash, benefits, debt minimums, visa timing, caregiving costs. Know the number. If cash is tight, the first move may be reducing fixed expenses before the layoff, not after. Smaller burn equals more choices. Nina's external pipeline paid off. One former colleague introduced her to a Series C company hiring for lifecycle marketing. No cold application. Her interview story was ready because her receipts were ready. She spoke in outcomes, not responsibilities. Saved accounts, shortened launches, protected revenue. Meanwhile, half her team was still asking whether the all hands meant anything. Hope is not a plan. Neither is refreshing Slack. If you are spared, do not celebrate by going blind again. Ask what changed, what got funded, and what expectations reset. Survivors get new work fast. Consider negotiating priorities immediately. I can absorb this, but which project should move down today? That sentence protects you from becoming the unpaid cleanup crew for a layoff you did not cause. Boundaries are strategy. If you are cut, your first day is not for 40 applications. It is for documents, deadlines, benefits, references, and sleep. Then run a focus search, 20 target companies, 10 warm introductions, 5 tailored applications. Daily follow-up block. No doom scrolling between tasks. Your resume headline should match the market you want, not the jog you lost. Recruiters buy clarity under pressure fast. Say this in outreach. My role was affected by a broader reduction. I'm targeting product marketing roles in B2B SASA. No apology, no long explanation. Layoffs are a market event, not a character flaw. Keep the frame clean and forward. Here is the weekly radar. Warn search, hiring freeze scan, budget signal check, document folder update, 2 relationship touches, 30 minutes. If this saves you even 1 week of panic, share with someone on a shaky team and tap subscribe if these moves help. Nina did not predict the layoff perfectly. She did something better. She reduced surprise, preserved options, and walked into interviews already warm. That is the difference between waiting and operating. Waiting asks, will they choose me? Operating asks, what choices do I have? Your company may never warn you early. The paperwork might. The budgets might. The awkward silence after your question might too. Build the radar before the invite. Read the signals before the script. Prepare the folder before access disappears. Make Friday morning your checkpoint. There's your cheat code. Don't panic early. Prepare early. The person with options hears bad news differently and moves faster when it counts.